Hi Aquarius, welcome to Spiritualista. This is your weekly energy forecast from the 22nd until the 28th of September. If you'd like a personalized deep dive reading, the link to my Etsy shop is below. And before we get to the cards, this is a new format. This might be your first ever face video of me. If you haven't seen the one I posted a few weeks ago with the face reveal, then this is the face reveal video, and this is going to be the new format here because I feel that it's just a little bit more fun, a little bit more intimate to connect with you guys in this way. So that's that. Now that's out of the way, so let's get to the cards. I'm really excited to see here. Aquarius, what do you have going on the upcoming week? So let's get right to it. All right, universe, please tap me into Aquarius energy. Please tap me into the highest possible source for Aquarius from that was quicker. I didn't even get to say the date. So yeah, 22nd to the 28th of September. All right, so your present moment card is represented by the 9 of Pentacles. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful energy to have there. And then you're being crossed as you're challenged by the 3 of Pentacles. All right, and then we have your crowning or your conscious mind energy here represented by the Wheel of Fortune. And your subconscious mind is represented by the 5 of Swords this week. And then you have your recent past with the 3 of Swords. Virgo got that one too in the same position. And then we have your near future here with the 7 of Wands. All right. So that's an interesting one. Okay. All right. And then let's see here your suggested approach. So advice from the universe, that is the 7 of Swords. And then we have your surrounding energies and what you need to know with the King of Swords. And you have your hopes and fears, which is represented by the Fool. And then we have your potential future, which is the Page of Pentacles. And let's see here with the bottom of the deck energy, that is the 5 of Cups. So a little bit of sadness there. Makes sense there with the heartbreak of the 3 of Swords too in the recent past. You're still processing something here, but let's just get right to it, guys. So Aquarius, you start off this week with the 9 of Pentacles crossed by the 3 of Pentacles. And 9 of Pentacles is all about independence and it's about feeling confident. And it's coming from being able to just be self-sufficient and to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. So you're going through this energy here of accomplishment and having built something for yourself and just being able to enjoy that and enjoy knowing that you can actually handle things on your own here. But then you're crossed by the 3 of Pentacles as your challenge, which is a card. It's all about collaboration, right? And it's about usually like work-related things and shared efforts and like teamwork that you have with your colleagues. So since it's crossing, tells me that there's a tension here where on one hand, you're standing in your independence and your self-reliance, but on the other hand, you're being asked to work with other people and to integrate more collaboration into the picture. So your present moment is all about balancing that self-sufficiency with partnership. And it's asking you how you're going to hold that independence while also allowing other people to build alongside with you. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune at the top of your mind. So that's about change. And it's about fate just closing off a cycle for you. So I feel that you're definitely aware that things are shifting right now, like in a big way. And that life is moving in a way that feels very much bigger than you. And on a mental level, you might be thinking about timing and how to align yourself with your destiny and with the current of change instead of just fighting against it. And the wheel always reminds us that our life like constantly moves in cycles, you know, and it just goes up and it goes down and it's always expansive. But I mean, sometimes it will give you those pockets of constrictiveness, like a constrictive energy just to create that contrast for you. And right now, what's on your mind is how to navigate that change and how to trust in that timing so that you can position yourself for what's coming up next for you. And then foundation here, you have the 5 of Swords in your subconscious mind. So yeah, this is a card about conflict and tension, right? So deep down, I think you have an awareness of conflict in your foundation and this sort of hollow victory that normally comes with that. So there might be some disagreements going on between you and someone right now. And it's feeling very much like it's due to like miscommunications here. It's a Swords energy. So there could be some miscommunications happening in those dynamics where winning has to come at a cost here. So this card at your base is telling me that underneath your current situation there's been a sense of quite a bit of a struggle for you. And definitely tension and a little bit of competition where you're feeling like no one's truly winning here in this situation. And it's kind of lingering in your energy and it's shaping how you're moving forward in your present here, you know? And recent past, Three of Swords, man. Yeah, Three of Swords. It's all about heartbreak, this card. It's about losing something that made you feel very disappointed and just led you to like a lot of emotional pain here. Usually it's breakups, but it could like simply be something that you just got hurt by in a way like that was way more deep and let you down way more than you expected it to. So yeah, the presence of this card in your past shows me that you've been living through quite a bit of grief and sorrow here recently. And yeah, it definitely sets the stage for why the Nine of Pentacles is now at your center, because after this heartbreak, you're now reclaiming your independence and you're remembering your own strength. But this is something that you're still holding on to, you know? And I think it's very much connected here to this Five of Swords energy. And I think it's the same energy, like it's the same person. Yeah, I'm feeling it's the same energy that's causing this for you. So, yeah. You're dealing with something that's been very hurtful. Like this person maybe hasn't hurt you in a direct way. It could be indirectly as well, but definitely in a way that you're being very much affected by here. And this is actually what's shaping your current moment and causing quite a bit of concern for you here. And then the Seven of Wands, we say Five of Wands, Seven of Wands in the near future. Seven of Wands is all about boundaries. It's all about like standing up for yourself and just, yeah, it's basically you having to defend your position here. So in the near future, you might feel like you need to protect your progress here and protect your energy and just like hold your position against some outside pressures that are coming in and some competing energies here, especially with the Five. And this card shows me that you'll be asked to stand firm in your truth and just defend the things that matter to you and not back down when these challenges come up. So it's a card of having courage and just having resilience. And it reminds you that you can actually hold your ground even if you feel outnumbered by people, if there are several individuals attached to the situation here. And suggested approach, Seven of Swords. So that's your advice this week. So in this sense, this is about strategy and it's about you having to move carefully. So Seven of Swords is sneaky. It's a sneaky card. Like usually it's about deception, but I don't feel it in this case. I don't. I think in this context, it's pointing to being an advice for you to be thoughtful and to be strategic about how you move. So yeah, just have a lot of discernment going into this week. And your message here is to not lay out all your cards like this on the table at once, you know, and don't share everything that you think about, even if it's someone that you trust, and just be careful about where you're putting your energy and just approach your situation with more tact and more awareness here. Because this week's strategy is going to serve you way better than just brute force and like brutal honesty. So just try and separate those two and try to be mindful of how much you share and who you share it to, and be very intuitive and attuned to the energy that's surrounding you, because you're probably going to know who this is about, or if it's regarding this person here and you want to vent about the situation, but maybe it's not the best, or maybe you have to be very discerning on who you vent about it to, you know. And what you need to know is the King of Swords. So that's about authority, and it's also about having a lot of clarity coming in to reveal a truth to you here. So what you need to know is that there is an energy around you, likely a person that's very rational, very logical right now. And it represents making decisions based on truth as well and on reason instead of emotion. So it tells me that the environment that you're in is valuing clarity and communication so that things can feel fair, even if they feel a little bit cold at times with this king. So this energy is going to help you cut through the confusion here that you're going through, and especially here with the Seven of Swords. But it's also asking you to match it with your own integrity and honesty and lead by example. And that's what I'm getting very strongly for you here. And hopes and fears, you have the Fool. So that's your hope for a new beginning and for having the courage to step into this fresh start. But also there's this fear because, of course, you know, stepping into the unknown just means leaving behind a level of safety and control that you've been feeling. So this card, yeah, it talks to me about a tension that you're feeling where you have a lot of excitement of the possibilities that are in front of you. But it's also very mixed with this fear of uncertainty where you're still longing for this freedom and newness, but there's this part of you that's worried about the risks that are going to come if you choose to step into that. And what that's going to mean for your own sense of like security and safety here. And Page of Pentacles and potential future. So this is about learning. It's about growing so that you can start taking your first steps into this newness here with the Fool. And it's about like staying curious and staying willing to start this new journey into building something more solid and successful for you. So Page of Pentacles is telling you that your potential future is about starting fresh, but doing so by being humble and being open and just like committing to learn as you go, and about taking like steps, one step at a time with patience and just letting the progress unfold in its own time and just trusting in that process that's going to work itself out, you know. It is going to work itself out, even if you don't have all the answers right now. And bottom of the deck, the Five of Cups here at the base. So that's grief, and that's like lots of sadness here. We're regretting something that likely you did or you said to someone. And by the way, it could also be that you didn't say it, and you're not saying it is causing this reaction of being like, oh, I should have said that, you know, that energy. So I just got to put that out there because it could relate to some of you. But yeah, beneath everything else here, there's this emotional current of just focusing on what was lost here for you. And just know that your healing is still unfolding. And while the pain here, and also with the Three of Swords, might still be very active and very real, there's still something positive in it. And there's still something here waiting for you to see it. Like these two cups here that are standing up right behind them, meaning that not everything has been lost and this story here isn't finished yet. So just stay focused on that. And this is a card that I know is usually seen as something negative, but it's also seen as very hopeful, you know, where it's all about relocating your focus here on the positives and what's still there rather than focusing on the things that you're going to have to leave behind. And that's all I have for you today, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching. If this reading resonated, make sure to leave it a like and let me know in the comments below. And also, if you want to make sure to find back to my channel again, even though it's tiny and it's a baby YouTube channel that the algorithm doesn't always find in order to push out to the right people, then please subscribe to the channel, because that's a more sure way for you to be able to know when I post my content, which is actually every single week. So hopefully you guys subscribe, and then I see you in the next one in the next week for your upcoming energies. Okay, bye.